My name is Mike Carter. It started as an ordinary day with a routine call, but it ended dragging me into the darkest corners of my life. As a police officer, I'm used to facing daily challenges, but confronting the betrayal hidden within the walls of my own home was a completely different battle. My wife Emily and our 3 lovely children, they were my whole world. Until that day, when I couldn't reach Emily after our youngest daughter Lizzie's accident, and I decided to track her phone. That day, everything changed. Before we dive into my story, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to not miss out on the most shocking stories of betrayal. Now, I invite you on this emotional journey. Are you ready? Let's start the video. For 17 full years, I thought Emily was my everything. That morning, shaken by the news of Lizzie's fall at daycare, I became suspicious when I couldn't reach Emily. Normally, she always answered her phone, but that day she remained silent. I had experienced this before. Late returns from business trips, unexplained delays. There was always an excuse, but never concrete evidence. That day, my suspicion flared up once again. Was it really just work, or was she cheating on me? When I entered the room, I wondered where Emily could be. Pulling out my phone to check her location, I saw that she was at a hotel. My heart sank. Was my suspicion correct? I called her, but it only went to voicemail. While talking to the daycare director, my mind was on Emily. I felt somewhat relieved when the director mentioned that Lizzie's condition was good. However, Emily's location on her phone led me to the Holiday Inn. In the parking lot, I saw Emily laughing with her boss, Jack. My heart clenched. When they left the lobby, Jack's hand was on Emily. Their relationship was obvious. I stood in the parking lot, breathless, watching Emily. It felt like a scene from a movie. Everything happened in slow motion. As I watched them laugh hand in hand, I didn't want to blink. Emily, jokingly, lifted the edge of her lacy dress and removed her underwear. It seemed like a gift for Jack. At that moment, I felt as if the world had stopped. As I drove home, my phone kept ringing. Emily was panicked, asking about Lizzie. "She's in the hospital," I said coldly. "And where are you?" She claimed to be in a meeting. Lies. All lies. The next day, I acted as if everything was normal. When the children came home from school, I behaved as if nothing had happened. But Marissa, my 16-year-old daughter, sensed the situation. When Emily came home and went to the bathroom, Marissa came to me and whispered, "Is Mom cheating?" That question shattered my already broken heart even more. That night, I spoke with my lawyer. We started the divorce process. Over the years of Emily's cheating, I learned that the children were not biologically mine. When Emily came home, I confronted her in the kitchen. Looking into her eyes, I asked, "Emily, what's going on?" Her face was expressionless. "Nothing, everything's fine," she said. I slammed the envelope on the table and yelled, "The children aren't mine, Emily. How could you cheat on me all these years?" She just bowed her head in silence. That silence served as an answer. During discussions with my divorce lawyer, I learned that Emily's income was higher than mine, which would be advantageous for alimony. However, I had to fight for custody of the children. My lawyer mentioned that Marissa, being older, could decide whom she wanted to live with. A few weeks later, I held a family meeting with my children. I explained everything to them. Marissa and Junior were shocked and felt betrayed when they learned of their mother's actions. The hardest part for me was seeing the disappointment in my children's eyes. But I told them, regardless of the truth, we needed to support each other as a family. Emily and I faced each other for the last time before our divorce case went to court. Looking at her, I could no longer see the woman I once loved. Instead, there was a stranger who had deceived me and our children for years. This meeting was the end for both of us. I gave her one last chance to agree to the terms for seeing the children. She agreed. Everything was official now. Our marriage had ended. After the divorce, Emily tried to start a new life but couldn't escape the shadow of her past. The children decided to cut ties with her, and Emily was left alone. A few months later, she lost her job due to scandals at work and completely lost her reputation in society. Eventually, she left the city. No one knows where she went.